These students have marched out of school and come to the nation's capital with one goal in mind: changing their country's gun laws.
Me and my friend just kind of came to the realization that we need change and we need it now. That no one else is going to do it for us, so we might as well do it ourselves.
Here and in other parts of the country, many kids and adults have shown their anger, frustration and sadness after another school shooting, this time at a Florida high school. It's the 6th shooting this year in the US, which has hurt or killed students.
The fact that we can't go to school and feel safe every day when we're supposed to feel safe is a problem.
Personally, I've cried a lot, and it's turned into anger, not violence or anything, just anger as in motivation to actually do something, not only for my community, but for everyone that lives in the United States.
See, US gun laws are very different to Australian ones, and so are the attitudes towards them. While around 6% of Aussie households have guns, that number's around 40% in the United States. Owning a gun is seen as really important to some Americans because the American Constitution guarantees its citizens the right to bear arms. The National Rifle Association, or NRA, is one of the most powerful groups in America. They donate money to politicians who they hope will support their views. Back in 2016, they paid more than $14.5 million in campaign ads for now President Donald Trump.
We are Donald Trump's strongest, most unflinching ally. The powerful
They give money to a lot of other politicians too. Their aim is to protect the Second Amendment to the American Constitution. That's the bearing arms thing. But what arms actually means has changed a lot over time. When the Second Amendment was written, the most common gun was a musket. Today, in the same time it takes to fire and reload a musket, a semi-automatic weapon like the one used in the Florida shootings can be fired at least 15 times. And if modified, that number can be a lot higher. And that's all perfectly legal in the US if you're 18.
Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you!
These guys want to stop people being able to get powerful weapons like that, and for there to be stricter checks before people are allowed to own a gun. Others disagree. They don't want stricter gun rules because they say it's their right by law to be able to have one. They say they want to be able to protect themselves. The President, Donald Trump, met with survivors of the shooting to hear what they have to say and to talk about what happens next.
And we're going to do something about this horrible situation that's going on. We're going to all figure that together.
He suggested stricter background and mental health checks. But these guys want him to go further and say they're not giving up the fight for change.
This is 100% preventable, and us knowing that we're able to do something about it. We're old enough to actually speak for ourselves and say we don't want this.